Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about 7.1D, sum of geometry sequences. So we are going to find the sum of geometry sequences. So when explicit formula for geometry sequence G of n is equal to G1, the first term, times R common ratio to the n minus 1 power. That's what we learned. And now, you know, the G1, G2, G3, there are the list of terms in the sequence. And then what is Sn means? Sn means the sum of the sequence. So we are going to add G1, G2, G3 up to the all the terms. So when we have n terms, we don't know what is n represent how many terms, right? And then Gn minus 1 is the previous term of nth term. So you're going to add all. So you can add everything manually, or you can use the formula. This is the formula S of n equal to what? First term, A1, G1 is the same thing. In the sequence, it means the first term, A1, the first term minus A1, the first term times R to the n power over 1 minus R, the common ratio, and R shouldn't be 1. If R becomes 1, it becomes, the denominator becomes 0, which is an error, undefined, right? But only thing you should be careful is, look at the power here. It's n power, not n minus 1. It's different from explicit formula, right? So this formula we are going to use. But what is this? It's the same thing, but how to use calculator. This symbol means this is called sigma, and meaning sum of all the terms in the sequence. Here you should see the three things in this sigma: the bottom, on top, and the right side here. What is this? Bottom starting term and the top ending term. So n equal to 1 through n term. If it is 5, then and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms you are going to add, which means, all right? It means you are going to 1, 2, 3 up to n terms you are going to add. So what is this here? This is an explicit formula. So G1 times R to the n minus 1 explicit formula. You put this formula exactly like this. Then what do is this calculator understand, replace n equal to 1, get the first term, plus n equal to, replace n equal to here and get the second term, plus n equal to 3, n equal to 4, n equal to n minus 1, and n equal to n. The last term, and then add them all. So this symbol you need to understand. The first term, ending term, formula here. You put like this. You don't need to calculate like this. Calculator will do this, right? So how do we use calculator? In the calculator, you are going to use the math button and then 10, which is summation. So you are going to use x instead of n, right? So you will see this like symbol like this in the calculator. Then you need to put the x equal to 1 through how many terms and the formula here. This is the example this way. So this is the first term, and common ratio is 2 to the x minus 1 power. That's explicit formula. How many terms? 1 through 5 terms the calculator will add. All right, let's see with it. example. So where's the, so we are going to use the math button. Where's the math button? Here. Do you see? Math button here. If you click it, you will see this window. And you are going to see 1 to the 9, but you should keep scrolling down with the arrow button here. Up, and you will see in 0 here, 10, summation, and this symbol, sigma. You click this button. All right, then you will see like this. And as I told you already, put the x equal to 1 to how many terms, and then formula here. You understand, right? Like this. So let's try. Your sequence has 5, 10, 20, 40, keep going like this. Then you know that this is a geometry sequence. And then what is the first term? 5. What is the common ratio? You know, it keep doubling, so it's 2. So you can find out g of n, right? So g of n is 5 to the 2 to the n minus 1 power. But before we find the sum, let's think about, should we use the formula for the sum of geometry sequences all the time? Which one is better? You use the formula or just add all the terms manually? Think about it. If we add the 5 terms, you know the 5 plus 10 plus 20 plus 40 plus, and the next term is 80, you are going to add them in the calculator, you get the answer, right? Quickly. But if you have a 10 terms, still you might be tempted to use, you know, that method, or just add all the 10 terms. But 20 terms or 100 terms, you don't want to do that way, right? You don't want to do that. What should you do? You should use calculator, the formula. So let's try. So we found out the formula, explicit formula is 5. First term, common ratio is 2 to the n minus 1 power. Remember, when you have two numbers multiply, separate with the parentheses so that, you know, calculator will not be confused. And what is the sum formula? Plug in here. A1 minus A1 times R to the n power, not the n minus 1. Be careful. And the 1 minus R. And then you plug in what is A1 first term 5, you just 5. And R is 2. N power 1 minus 2. You put this exactly like this in the calculator, you will get the answer. Or you can use this symbol, right? You know how to get this. Go to the math button, and then scroll down up to 10, and the n equal to 1 to the 20. And when you write down here, it's a formula, 5 times 2 to the n minus 1 power. You should put this explicit formula exactly the same. Then if you enter, then you'll get the same, this and this is the same thing. You get 5,242,875. Does everybody understand? It's just simple, right? Just be careful. 1, 2, 3 things, how to use this sigma symbol, or in the formula, first term minus first term R to the n power, and 1 minus R. And use the calculator. Easy, right? And can you see what is the error here? Can you find the error and correct the mistake? First term is 4. Oh, this is a recursive formula. G of n equal to 3 times previous term. So when you get the next term, you multiply 3. So what is the common ratio? Common ratio is 3, right? So first step, Lee did found the first step, the Lee listed the three sequence, three numbers. So 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36, 36 times 3 next, 108 like this, right? But and found out the first term is a 4, common ratio is R is equal to 3. So found out the formula 4 times 3 to the n minus 1 power. But we should find out explicit formula we found, and then we need to find out Sn, S8. We are going to add 8 terms. When we use the 8 term, some formula for the sequence 8 terms, we use S8 equal to what? First term minus 4 first term, 3 to the what power? N minus 1 power. That's wrong, right? That's a common mistake. So easy to make a mistake because of the explicit formula has always n minus 1 power here. We should be careful. It's not n minus 1. It is n. There was a mistake. So we should correct it. It's not 8 minus 1. It's just 8. Then you simplify like this. You get the 13,120. All right, we'll stop here.